No country for Sabalenka. Why the AO ban her flag and anthem face screaming in fear fire. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Aryna Sabalenka may be dominating on the court, but at the Australian Open, she is competing without one powerful symbol, her national flag and anthem. The decision has sparked widespread confusion and debate among tennis fans worldwide. While Sabalenka continues to shine as one of the sport's top stars, tournament rules mean she cannot be officially represented by her country during the Grand Slam. The restriction is not about her performance, but about broader international regulations that have affected several players in recent years. As questions grow louder, fans are eager to understand why one of tennis's biggest champions is playing without national identity on the sport's biggest stage. Aryna Sabalenka faces Aryna Sabalenka in the 2026 Australian Open semifinal. If victorious, she'll reach her fourth consecutive final. Aryna Sabalenka defeated Aryna Sabalenka 6-2, 6-3 in the Australian Open 2026 women's singles semifinal on January 29th. She entered her fourth consecutive Australian Open final. However, for now, the world's number one remains a player with no country. Here's why. For tennis scores, the country flag is typically there for all players. But if you look closely, you won't find any flag against Aryna Sabalenka's name. She is officially classified as a neutral athlete. This status applies to players from Belarus and Russia who have been facing international sanctions linked to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. After Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, major tennis bodies such as the ITF, WTA, and ADP suspended national teams from Russia and Belarus from team events. As Belarus is a close ally of Russia, its players are allowed to compete only as individuals, without national identification. WTA CEO Steve Simon stated in March 2022, "Players are not being punished for their nationality. We support them as individuals. But we cannot allow national symbols to be used in a way that might imply endorsement of government actions." As part of this neutrality, Sabalenka's name appears without the Belarusian flag during matches. Broadcast graphics, scoreboards, and official draws show a blank space or neutral symbol instead. Belarus' national anthem was not played for either of Aryna Sabalenka's Australian Open victories in 2023 and 2024. In 2023, Sabalenka defeated Aryna Sabalenka to win her first Australian Open title. In the following year, she beat Zheng Qinwen to claim her second title. If she wins a title even this year, no national anthem will be played. Her country, Belarus, won't be mentioned on her trophy. Sabalenka has said she remains proud of her roots, but accepts these rules. She believes sports should stay separate from political conflict, even during difficult global situations. The AO has a long tradition of fans supporting players by flying their national flags. It brings color and excitement to the event. Tennis Australia told news.com AU in 2024. The Russian and Belarusian flags are banned, as per 2023 and the international agreement signed by the federal sports minister and representatives of more than 30 countries around the world. It said, Aryna Sabalenka on ban. Last year, Aryna Sabalenka spoke about the ban on her using the flag. "I was always proud to represent Belarus in terms of it's a small country, and I made it from a very small country. It's not like I was practicing in the States or in Spain," Sabalenka said. "I felt like I was kind of an inspiration for the next generation. I was kind of motivating people from there, like tennis athletes." She said, "If they're going to bring it Belarus flag back, I'm going to be happy. If not, it's okay," she added. Aryna Sabalenka will face Aryna Sabalenka in the Australian Open 2026 women's singles final on January 31st. The match starts at 2 p.m. India time. Tennis fans in India can watch it on the Sony Live app and website. TV viewers can watch the match on Sony Sports Network channels. So as the lights fade over Melbourne and the echoes of roaring crowds slowly settle, one truth remains impossible to ignore. Aryna Sabalenka walked on the Australian Open stage without a flag, without an anthem, but never without her power, her pride, or her presence. No country sounds harsh. It sounds lonely. It sounds unfair. But tennis has never been just about symbols. It has always been about moments, courage, and what happens between the lines. And on that court, Sabalenka was never invisible, not for a second. She didn't hide. She didn't complain. She didn't allow politics to define her performance. Instead, she let her racket speak, and it spoke loudly. Every thunderous forehand, every fearless return, every roar after a winner became her anthem. In the absence of national colors, her intensity became her flag. In the silence where music once played, her confidence filled the arena. This is the paradox of modern tennis. An athlete can be asked to compete as neutral, yet carry the emotional weight of the entire world's attention. No banner behind her name, but endless debate around her identity. No anthem at victory, but millions of voices discussing what that silence means. And still, she played on. That's what separates champions from contenders. Because the hardest thing in sport is not winning when everything is in your favor. The hardest thing is winning when something is missing. For many athletes, a flag represents childhood dreams. An anthem represents family, sacrifice, and years of unseen struggle. Taking those symbols away doesn't erase identity, but it changes how victory feels. And yet, Sabalenka never allowed that absence to weaken her focus. She adapted, she endured, she dominated. And maybe that's the real message of the story. The Australian Open didn't erase Sabalenka's country, but reminded the world that greatness doesn't need symbols to exist. That identity is deeper than graphics on a scoreboard. That pride can live quietly inside a competitor, even when it isn't displayed above them. This conversation about flags, anthems, and neutrality will continue long after this tournament ends. Fans will debate it. Analysts will argue it. Social media will amplify every angle. But when history looks back, it won't remember missing flags. It will remember the power, the pressure moments, the resilience, the wins. It will remember a player who refused to let external silence become internal doubt. So the next time Sabalenka steps onto the court, neutral or not, remember this. She doesn't play for a flag. She doesn't play for an anthem. She plays to compete, to conquer, and to prove that champions are defined by what they do, not what's displayed beside their name. And maybe, in a world divided by borders and symbols, that's the most powerful statement of all. Fire no country, no anthem, no limits. Aryna Sabalenka remains, undeniably, a champion. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.